Hello. So, for my volunteer work, I volunteered at my church called City Church here in Bartlesville. I did a lot of work for them when it comes to like background check. Um, I did try to recruit some people at an event with them. I organized a lot of their background paperwork. Let's see, I assisted with active and inactive volunteers. I even participated in kind of like a fake hiring process just that they did for me so I could understand how it really works for them. But I did learn a lot and it was actually pretty interesting. But I'm just going to go over the questions about the work that we did and what we learned. So how are the nonprofit organization employee compensation and benefits aligned with HR best practices? So my church, and they have about the same compensation and benefits packages as most other places that you could work for. And they were more similar than I thought they would be. But I know a lot of other different kind of volunteer places, nonprofit, don't have any kind of thing like that, but they provide health and dental, retirement plans, attending conferences and seminars, which is paid, monthly counseling for pastors. Also, the full-time employees have vacation and PTO, as well as like major holidays off, like Memorial Day. The health and dental after 90 days. Retirement is also, it's available after a year of employment, and then opportunities for salary increase each year, and this is only for full-time. This is not for the part-time people. Provide details of what differences you saw from the studies at the nonprofit compensation and benefits operations. So in my opinion, there isn't much of a difference. Like I said, they were a lot of like the kind of jobs you have today, like my full-time job. The things that they provide are about the same. They did have over 400 volunteers. Most of those are active too, which I was very surprised about. So please provide details of commonalities from the nonprofit and benefit operations. So they provide health and dental, like I said, 90 days, retirement plan after a year. The paid conferences, a lot of companies pay for their employees to go to conferences too, if needed. Like pay for their food too and their stay. So what did you learn from the volunteer projects? As I personally never really volunteered my time for a set amount of hours each week, so this was a new experience for me. I learned about how many people that can really volunteer for an organization. I've learned about different ways it is to an organization to have unpaid volunteers. This opportunity has opened up more to me that want to help. I am actually going to continue volunteering with them as much as I can, especially through the summer because I don't have as much going on, so I'm super excited about that. The recruiting others is an amazing feeling when you're passionate about what you're doing. The other question was, are the employees motivated? So all the employees were very enthusiastic about working at the church. Every time I walked in, there was always a high-spirited people, music playing, it's like, if I could work there every day, I really would. It's pretty cool. But, so everyone loved it. I didn't hear anything bad. So, what practices would you suggest to motivate the employees or volunteers? Well, if it was up to me, I would have them attend more events, to pull people in more. Like, they don't go to as many events, which I guess I understand, but I feel like lending their helping hand and showing people what they could really do, getting out there more, that's what I would suggest. So what employees practice do you see that reflect that of a theory? Name the theorist. So Abraham Maslow's theory of need is what comes to mind when I think of this organization. So these people make sure the needs of people are met so they can advance to bigger and better needs. So I mean, just like the outreaches that they do, like the food outreaches for groceries, I mean, that started, I think, in COVID, but it continues. They do twice a month, so it's pretty exciting. So please provide any other information. So when I sat down and spoke with Mary, who is the director of City Church, she explained more about how the process works with hiring. And what I learned was that they have about 22 paid employees, part-time and full-time, with 400 active volunteers. Their revenue source is primarily donations, some grants from other organizations. The wage and salary structure is based on length of employment, skill, education, meeting agree upon goals. The way they hire is within their volunteer base of interns. Occasionally they have looked outside to other churches, but they said that wasn't very successful in the past. She said, when I asked her what she would do if she had unlimited budget for benefits, she said she would pay 100% of health and dental for the whole family and add vision. She would provide gym memberships and would extend the monthly counseling to any and all staffs within the church. So I thought that was really nice of her, and I really enjoyed working for them. So I'm excited to start kind of a new chapter in my life because of this class. And I also agree that this was way better than a test because I learned way more. But thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful next part of your life.